Lebanon finally has a government after 13 months of waiting. The last government had resigned in the aftermath of Beirut's horrific port explosion on August 4, 2020, which left more than 200 people dead, more than 6,000 injured, and blew up half the city. The reasons for this delay in government formation are both external and internal. Internally, the animosity between the political leadership, their unwillingness to compromise on issues they consider of strategic interest to them, in other words, placing the interests of their own particular ambitions over the broader interests of the country, meant that decision-making on government formation was blocked repeatedly as they fought over portfolios, over who has the right to which ministry. In short, there was no discussion of what kind of a strategic vision is needed to get the country out of the multiple crises it is facing, and which for the first time are threatening the very identity of this country. Externally, the vested interests of regional powers, various regional powers, in particular Iran, in local political parties, particularly Hezbollah, has meant that Lebanon has also become one more pawn in the regional chessboard, and remains hostage to decisions that are being taken elsewhere. The potential for this government to undertake the kind of serious medium to long-term reforms that would get the country out of the political quagmire it's in and the economic quagmire that it's in, and on the road to recovery, are almost non-existent. In part, this is because the way the government was formed ensures that it has elements of its own implosion embedded within it. The government, throughout this whole period of government formation, discussion between the leadership was never at a strategic level as to how to get the country out of the mess it's in. Rather, they focused on how they can maximize their gains within the system and who gets what ministry, literally. So the appointment of ministers to this particular government has been on that basis. There are some competent ministers, however, most of their political decisions will be privy to the wishes of the leadership that named them. So the chances, the prospects for this government are more likely to stem the collapse, hold, hopefully, the elections on time in 2022. Lebanon is looking towards a parliamentary election as well as a municipal and presidential elections. So the hope is that the government will actually carry these elections out in time. And then after that, we shall see.